Hello and welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever wondered how these tiny, everyday actions can somehow completely redefine your entire life? It's really not about those huge, overnight changes. It's all about the small, consistent habits that quietly build the person you're becoming.
And just to give you a sense of how powerful we're talking, get this. Researchers found that almost 40% of our daily behaviors aren't really conscious decisions at all. They're habits. We're on autopilot. That means nearly half your day is run by routines you've just built up over time. Crazy, right?
So that brings up a massive question, doesn't it? If our lives are basically just the sum of our habits, why is it so incredibly hard to change them? It's a struggle we've all felt. And the answer, well, it's deep inside our own brains. Now here's the thing. The answer has nothing to do with a lack of willpower. It's all about understanding this simple but really powerful mechanism running in your brain. Scientists call it the habit loop, and it is the engine behind every single habit you have.
Every habit you have, good or bad, it follows the exact same three-part cycle. First, you've got the cue. That's the trigger that tells your brain, hey, let's go into automatic mode. It could be a time of day, a place, even an emotion. Then comes the routine, which is the action itself, grabbing that cookie, checking your phone, going for a run. And finally, you get the reward. That's the payoff that helps your brain go, okay, this loop is worth remembering for next time.
And this is where that old saying just nails it. Our habits literally shape our identity over time. So the key takeaway here is huge. You don't just break a bad habit by fighting it head on. The real secret, you figure out the cue and the reward, and then you swap in a better routine that gives you a similar payoff.
Okay, so if we get the loop, how do we start rebuilding it? Well, that brings us to a really practical blueprint for change, based on James Clear's fantastic book, Atomic Habits. It's called The 4 Laws of Behavior Change.
What's so brilliant about this framework is that it's like a two-sided coin. To build a good habit, you just make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. So you want to exercise more? Easy. Put your workout clothes right by your bed. That makes the cue totally obvious. And to break a bad habit, you just do the opposite. You make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. Want to stop eating junk food? Stop buying it. Make it invisible. It's that simple.
That framework is super powerful, I know, but it can still feel a little big. So how do you actually start, like today, with 2 incredibly simple tactics designed to build momentum right from the get-go? Habit stacking and the 2-minute rule.
Okay, habit stacking is a total game changer because it links a new behavior to something you already do on autopilot. Your old habit becomes the cue for the new one. So instead of a vague goal like, I'm gonna meditate more, the formula makes it real. After I make my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. See? Your coffee is now the trigger. You can't miss it.
And the second tactic is the 2-minute rule. The magic here is to make a new habit so ridiculously easy that it's almost impossible to say no. So read every day becomes read 1 page. Go for a run becomes put on my running shoes. The goal isn't the final result, not at first. The goal is just to master the art of showing up. You can always scale up later, once the habit is locked in.
And all of this really boils down to one core message. The secret behind any lasting change. Small, consistent actions are the only path to remarkable results. You have to forget about perfection and just focus on making tiny bits of progress. Think of it like compound interest, but for you, for self-improvement. Getting just 1% better each day might feel like nothing in the moment, but over a year, those tiny gains compound on each other, leading to a massive transformation. It's always the small wins, repeated day after day, that create the big breakthroughs.
There's a reason this quote is everywhere, because it's fundamentally true. The life you have right now is a direct reflection of your daily habits, not some grand one-off transformation. Excellence isn't an event you show up for once. It's a routine you live by.
So let's bring this all home with one final thought. Forget about the big, grand New Year's-style resolutions. Just focus on the smallest possible step you can take. What is the one single 2-minute habit you will start today to begin building the life you truly want?